If you don't know, now you know. Welcome back to Hashtag J Podcast. And you know your girl is super excited. Season 2 of Heartstopper is coming up next week, August 3rd. And honestly, Netflix teaser just wasn't enough for me. So I am so happy that today, when my phone alerted me and let me know that an official trailer was released today, your girl, we had to get into it. This is a conversation. This trailer, oh God, at work, I was fighting. I was literally fighting and coming home, getting myself together. You know, I'm a grown woman-ish. And now we here. We're going to dive right on into this, and we're going to chat after, because if you are familiar, and honestly, thank you to all the subscribers and new subscribers. You are much appreciated, and so much more, like I told you, is going to come to the channel. Like, look. So I'm going to do in the future some, live, so I can really chat with you guys and get to know you guys. Because most of my subscribers, I noticed, are not really particularly in the United States, and I fucking love it. So I want to chat. I want to get to know you guys. I want to have a key, because we need to talk about these BL dramas, because, baby, August is bringing the heat. So let me just stop chatting it up. Like, if you know how much I love this BL drama series. Let's watch it. Let's get into it. Let's get our minds blown.
Nick. Hi. Hi.
I have a boyfriend!
Yes, we're all fully aware.
Come on.
I want to tell people. It's hard to find the right time.
Your friend group is so nice. How did you get to know everyone?
I want you to come out when and how you want to.
Oh my God, Charlie looks so adorable. And Nick, oh my God, transformation 360.
How is the worst person to have a crush on?
What if you tried actually flirt?
Right, Al.
My mom's been moaning at me to get a haircut.
Your hair's cute, Mom.
If this doesn't work out, then I lose my best friend in the whole world.
I love you. That's not me asking you to say it back or anything.
Yeah.
Does Charlie know you don't want to come out?
I do want to come out.
Is everyone ready for Paris?
I'm jealous of you and Nick in some ways. You talk about your feelings.
I can make sure that Nick doesn't have to deal with what I did. I can protect him. Everything's going to be perfect.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Oh my God. Do you think anyone will notice?
Oh my God.
I've liked him for so long. Sometimes I think he might like me back.
Even if you make mistakes sometimes, you're a good person who deserves love.
They are going to be a handful today.
You don't have to understand your feelings completely. You don't have to always have figured everything out. You can just feel.
Charlie! Oh, you're being gay. Good job. Carry on.
I love me some Darcy. Okay. That trailer right there, baby. First of all, I don't know if I really got into it in my short, but we gonna talk about it. Now, what I'm happy about in this trailer is we see Nick's process in basically coming out with him and Charlie's relationship in their school. If you didn't watch the first season, I'll tell you, go check it out, baby. But In this season, we see that Nick is really trying to navigate and figure out how to tell his friends and the people they go to school with that him and Charlie are in a relationship. And as you see, Emma Jean doesn't know. Now, which is so crazy because at the end of the first season, I figured that that girl kind of put 2 and 2 together, but apparently not. Maybe not, but from what we see, no. We see that Ben and Nick, it seems like Ben and Nick, but they don't really show Ben, but we know that damn voice because, hello, stalker, much, has a few appearances in the first season. So we see that Ben and Nick have this conversation. So I'm very curious about that. Like, you having a conversation with Nick regarding, I don't know. Let me not judge because I'm not really a big fan of Ben. If you know, you know. Ben and Harry, listen, I have my notions when it comes to them. Anyway, we see that Ben and Nick have this conversation regarding him coming out. And as you know, Charlie is not really in a rush or a push for Nick to let the whole school know about his sexuality, because technically Charlie really doesn't want Nick to go through the things that he went through when the school found out he was gay. Technically, Charlie didn't come out to his school. He got found out. So he got bullied really bad his freshman year. So he doesn't want Nick to experience that with his own friends once he comes out that he's in a relationship with them. So Charlie, I love how Charlie continuously reassures Nick how it's not important or a big deal for him to come out to everybody and let people know that they're in a relationship school-wise, because he's letting Nick know that that's his story to tell. It's not per se like he's doing it for me. He has to do it. He reminds Nick that he has to do it for himself. The same way that Tara reminds Nick he has to do it for himself. Now we see that Tara and Darcy will have a few issues where Darcy doesn't really communicate her feelings to Tara. So I'm interested to see how that goes. We see that finally we get some type of, insight on Tao and Elle's relationship. And I knew, if you watch the first season, you already know that Isaac liked the boys. This is not a shock, but we see that Isaac meets somebody, which is so crazy because in my mind I pegged that it would be so funny if Isaac ended up with like Harry or Ben. I don't know why. It's just like my crazy, quirky own sense of humor. But we see that Isaac meets somebody, and we see that Tao struggles with the fact that him and Elle are best friends. And if they get in a relationship, he don't want to ruin their friendship. Because if you know from the first season, friendship is very important to Tao. That's why he kind of loses his shits the first season. But yes, like this trailer, come on. Like, let's give it to them. Like, come on now. It's what we needed. Like, the anticipation has gone to an all-time high. I don't know how I'm going to make it till next week. I kind of will make it till next week. I kind of got a few really good BL dramas, which we are going to talk about. But yeah, like, oh my God. Like, if you see how different Nick looks, like, the growth, like, Charlie, like, what is this season going, Charlie, what is this season going to look like? Because your man has changed. Your man has changed, Muma. Like, he's looking good. So, I love it. And yes, Kit does look like a golden retriever. I'm not going to lie. He do look like a golden retriever. But it's super cute. We're eating it up. We're loving it. And yes, if you have not watched season 1, I'll tell you go check it out. Actually, we can go check out another video. I saw another video, and we're going to check that video out. So I figured the best way for you guys to get an idea of what season 1 was and how it just gave. I noticed that Netflix also posted a video today of the cast recap in season 1. I didn't check it out yet because I don't need a recap. I've watched season 1 like a million times in a span of a couple of months. So I don't need them to recap what I already know. But we're going to check out this recap, and I'll indulge in a few more details, which are my perspectives on the series. And yeah, let's just jump on into it.
We are the stars of Heartstopper, and with season 2 coming up very soon,
We thought we'd give you guys a recap of everything that happened last season. Let's get into it. I play Charlie, a student in Truham High, an all-boys grammar school where the story starts.
Charlie's one of the only openly gay students and is in a very secret and very toxic relationship with a guy called Ben. Why are you talking to me? I don't even know who you are.
on the first day back to school, Charlie meets me. He meets Nick, a popular rugby player who also goes to Truham High, and kind of looks like a golden retriever, or so I'm told.
See the difference? See how
Charlie
you look
quickly
in
develops
that?
a massive crush on Nick, but his best friends Tao and Isaac and Elle insist that Nick is straight and the crush won't go anywhere.
Charlie's friend group is also going through some changes as Elle, that's me, has moved from Truham High to Higgs Girls' School.
This has really shaken up Tao because he adores Elle and is scared that the group is breaking apart.
Surprise, surprise, Nick turns out to be a very kind, loving person, and he supports Charlie through his secret breakup with Ben, who was never very good for him anyway.
I can't believe we haven't mentioned Tori yet. She's Charlie's
That's
very
my girl.
wise older sister who happens to know all along that Charlie and Nick were more than friends.
How did you just appear out of nowhere?
Older sister magic.
So Nick and Charlie start hanging out and having lots of fun together until one day they end up kissing.
Now this is super confusing for both of them, as Nick has always thought of himself as a straight person.
Knowing he has something going on with Charlie, Nick tries to back out of a date with my character Imogen. But her dog has just died and he feels bad for her, so he agrees to go to Nando's and the cinema. Rest in peace, Imogen's dog.
So, shall we meet at Nando's for dinner and then we could go to the cinema?
Yeah. Okay.
Meanwhile, in her new school, Elle becomes friends with Tara and Darcy, who are a very cute lesbian power couple.
Are you two, like, dating?
Don't tell anyone, okay?
At the beginning, they carry out their relationship in private, but through the series, Tara and Darcy decide to let the world know.
So you and Nick are definitely not?
I'm a lesbian.
Okay. I'm not, like, homophobic. I'm an ally.
Congratulations.
We thank you for your service.
Back at Truham High, Charlie's friends, especially Tao, are still a bit suspicious of Nick's intentions.
But after a proper full-on gay crisis involving some bisexual panic over Keira Knightley and Orlando Bloom, Nick ends up proving himself as they start a secret relationship.
Another of Charlie's friends, Isaac, played by me, walks in on a cosy moment between Charlie and Nick after rugby. Awkward, but Isaac is super trustworthy and won't say anything.
Near the end of the season, Tao and Elle have a will they, won't they moment where they hold hands and come close to kissing.
But they don't.
Finally, Nick settles into his bisexuality and asks Charlie to officially be his boyfriend in a very cute scene on the beach.
What are you doing? There we go. Whoa. You're my boyfriend! I'm your boyfriend! We're boyfriends! Don't dare drop me!
He also decides to come out to his mum, played by the one and only Olivia Colman, who lovingly accepts him for who he is.
What will happen next in Nick and Charlie's story?
What's in store for Elle and Tao?
Watch Heartstopper Season 2 and find out.
So that basically sums up the season. Those are the key points that do happen in the series. Ben and Charlie are Charlie's first relationship. Like I said, he got found out at the school. He doesn't come out. And Ben is his first guy relationship type of thing. I would say type of thing because Ben was like, oh, why are you calling me your boyfriend? I'm not your boyfriend type shit. So we'll just say that's his first boy situation shit. So he's like, Ben is Charlie's first kiss. I think they were kind of each other's first kiss in hindsight. But Ben is Charlie's first kiss. Everything. And it's a situation where Charlie finds out that Ben has a girlfriend. and the way that Ben treats him. Also, I think, in my perspective, watching the series, I think his budding relationship with Nick also helped him see the toxic energy that was happening in his relationship with Ben. So once he see him with the girlfriend, it was over. It was a dub. He quit. He cuts it quits with Ben. Ben technically does not receive that pretty well, or he doesn't get it clearly. And it's a situation where he tries to force himself on Charlie. And that's when Nick steps in and he protects and defends Charlie by snatching Ben off of him and telling him to go about his business. So Ben and Charlie are technically found out by Nick because Nick overhears. Nick overhears Ben telling Charlie that he really likes him. It's technically not Charlie telling Ben he really likes him. So it's more so, if you don't say nothing and you don't do nothing, it won't be no issues type of situation. But throughout the season, he does mess with Charlie. He kind of bullies Charlie. He says some real hateful things. And Charlie do I don't know what is going on. I need some water. Throughout this series, Charlie do go through certain things and up and down emotions. He do go through a lot of things. Like, you just gotta watch it. But his emotions are up and down because he's scarred from being bullied. And also in his budding relationship with Nick, he tries to protect Nick. As you can see in the clip from season 2, he verbally puts more forth an effort, but in all reality, season 1, he does protect Nick. They protect each other. When it comes to Nick with his friends, as you see in the official trailer for season 2, you see how Imogene asks him about the friend group. So the friend group that Nick has is technically Charlie's friend group. He started to hang out with Charlie's friends once he started to get to know Charlie better. And I think Charlie's friends and Nick casually hanging out with Charlie's friends made him realize that his friend group was fucking toxic and he needed to get out of it. So they basically learn things from each other, and they learn things that don't serve them for them to grasp and look for things that are worth their time. And that's how Charlie and Nick really work. In hindsight, when you watch it, you will understand it. It's like towards the end, Nick didn't want to be friends with his friends anymore, and he expressed that to Imogene. He's like, I feel that I'm different, I'm changing, I really don't want to be around the people I used to be around. So Nick really do go through a few changes where he do want to change his friend group, and he slowly starts to drift away. And I think when he slowly starts to drift away and him and Charlie hang out more, that increases Harry's stupidity to want to bully Charlie more. And I think he bullies Charlie because he thinks Charlie is taking his best friend away. That's the same way how Tao felt about Nick. I think that's kind of the same way Harry felt about Charlie. But then I also thought that maybe Charlie had a thing. I mean, maybe Harry have a thing for Charlie, because his comments towards Tao was always calling him Charlie's boyfriend. And it was just, or maybe he had a thing for Nick. I don't know. I had those thoughts, but it's still on reserve because you never know. This series do throw a few little zingers. But like I said, we already knew Isaac, like the boys. So I think that it's pretty cute that when they go to Paris, it seems like Paris is like the space for them to express and experience many things. Because as you see, honey boo boo child, Charlie has a hickey on the neck. So I can't wait to see how that come about. What are the actions that bring about that? Because that hickeys on the neck alludes certain activities. So I'm going to see how they go, because you see a scene where Nick and Charlie kind of aggressively kiss a little bit. I'm just like the progression and the growth and also the physical changes in the actors and actresses. I love it and I eat it up. And I like when they actually grow with the season. Like, I just cannot wait. And if you have not seen it, I would tell you to go check it out. Go on to Netflix and just check it out. Like, Heartstopper, like, we gonna be chatting about this. I think next week I'll probably just talk about that BL drama like all week. I'll talk about other BL dramas, but it's just like, it really deserves a lot. Like, if you know, you know. And it was just, oh God. The series is just so good. And you guys just have to check it out. Like, it's just dope. Like, it's just dope. Like, come on now. Like, so you guys already know, if you love the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see when I upload new videos. I honestly enjoyed this with you guys, and I'm so happy that my first official reaction video is Heartstopper. It's a way to pop that cherry, because let me tell you something. This series here got your girl open. And honestly, go check it out. You got a good week and some change to binge it. What is it about? Like 8 episodes. They're like 30-something minutes. It's a very quick binge, but trust me, you will enjoy it. And we're going to talk. And, I mean, give it up for them again. Like, they're loving it. Like always, until next time, laters, beautiful people.